Hi, hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Jillian. I go by Beauty Brarian because I am a librarian who loves makeup. I've never really done an intro before, but today it felt right. So yes, again, my name is Jillian. You can find me over on Instagram with the same name of Beauty Brarian. I hope you follow me there, and I hope you enjoy today's video. Today, we're just doing a little chatty get ready with me. I have my coffee. I went to Trader Joe's this weekend, which was a special treat. And so I got my favorite oat milk creamer. And so I've got that in here. And it's delicious. Yep. I have something on my mind. And I wanna talk through it with you all. It's something that I've been thinking about, so I'm still thinking about it, still working my way through it. But let me know if you feel the same, if you have thoughts about this. And what this is, have you ever thought about, I saw a makeup hack that says use your setting spray before, during, and after your makeup, so I'm gonna try that today. But have you ever thought about how similar all of our lives are becoming because of social media? Because, I mean, and this is not a new thought, like, influencers have been around forever, it feels like. Influencers have been around influencing us to buy things, do things, see things, watch things, read things. That's their job. But because of TikTok, especially TikTok, I feel like it's just gotten to, and maybe it's just me, but it's just gotten to a level of, I don't even know the word. It's so serious. Like, I feel so serious about this, but the perfect nighttime routine, the best morning routine, my 9 to 5 before my 5 to 9, or my 5 to 9 before my 9 to 5. Right now I'm seeing a lot of things that have changed my life for the best. Even the way we hold things and talk with our hands, right? Like, everything is like this. And people hold things like that. I don't know. Like, when they have their little microphones, their hands are like this. And I don't know. It's all just becoming the same. Like, my morning routine looks like somebody else's morning routine because I watched somebody else's morning routine and adopted that. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with, like, adopting things, but I think it's, like, the level of similarity across the board. I think that bothers me. I don't know. It just seems like we're all doing the same things. We're all experiencing the same things in the same ways because somebody said that's the right way to do, or this is the best way to do, or, you know what I mean? Like, recipes. I think mostly when it comes like to this lifestyle stuff is what really sticks out to me, and the similarities between all of the lifestyle stuff, and how if there was, like, I don't know, 10, 15, 20, 50, 80, 100 years from now, and some anthropologist is, like, studying the 2020s. Obviously, the pandemic's going to be a big thing. But also, just, like, the prolificness of these types of routines and what they look like. And it's not even going to be like, this is a thing, you know, this thing existed. It's going to be like, this thing happened and this is what everybody did. Like, everybody did the same thing. Everybody made sleepy time mocktails, I'm sorry. everybody, you know, unplugged 2 hours before bed and did, you know, read nonfiction in the morning and fiction at night and made their beds and, you know what I mean? Like, everything's the same. Even if you don't do all of it, you're doing something that somebody else is doing that lots of other people are doing because that somebody told them that's what you do. That's influencing. I understand. I'm not like just realizing what influencing is. Like I understand it. I am not easily influenced, but I am of the beauty guru generation where I got my recommendations from a handful of people that I watched and trusted, right? But we're talking, I feel like that was a small fraction of people who were doing that, who had enough clout to drive people to buy the same things and experience the same things. In the beauty world, we're talking Becca Opal, ABH and Amrezy. These are things that people have, I think, made classics, cult classics and stuff like that because of their clout, right? What else? Like any of the soft glam, modern renaissance, Melt Gemini, like all of those we were driven to by beauty influencers, beauty gurus saying, this is the shit. This is everything. You need this. This will change your life. And to be fair, some of it did. The Becca Opal is my favorite highlighter of like all time. And Melt Gemini really did change my life. And I entered my grunge era with Melt Gemini. And I thank those gurus, those beauty gurus, who shared that with me and opened my eyes. But, so again, not new to being influenced. I think, again, it's just the level, the scale of what is being influenced and how we all do it. And I am including myself in this. I am not immune. It's not that I am witnessing everybody. I'm doing it too. I've got the freaking hair rollers. Oh, by the way, I'm going to do overnight curls. I did overnight curls. These on like Friday. And my hair looked amazing on Saturday. I wish I had taken a picture. I just remember being like, damn, these are the best overnight curls I've ever done. So I'm hoping these turn out the same. But yeah, right? Like I have the same overnight roller kit from Kitsch that everybody does. I guess a lot of my stuff is still very beauty influenced. But, you know, I do a sleepy time mocktail before bed. I do the tart cherry juice and magnesium and sparkling water, right? Like, I have adapted. I've had a nighttime routine and a morning routine for a very long time. Like, I feel like that is natural. People just adapt their lives to what it is that they need, and you create habits. Like, none of that's new. We all have already done the heavy lifting, right? But now we're making tweaks based on other people. I don't know. I feel like I'm just reiterating myself, like having an argument with myself. Obviously, because I'm the only one here. But, like, this is what I've been, like, wrestling with in my mind, is that I have already been doing this in my life, you know? But now it looks different because somebody else said this is the best way to do it. This is a better way to do it. This will be better for your mental health, or this is going to help reset your parasympathetic system. Like, we have bigger language around so much stuff now, right? And, you know, this is what you should do if you're undiagnosed ADHD and stuff like that. And it's like, damn, maybe I have ADHD because this system works really well for me. So, I digress. I just do wonder how many routines have been adapted and adopted from these influencers and these TikTok people. And I also just feel like influencing in general has been so diluted with TikTok that we are, like, I don't know any of these people. Parasocial relationships are real. I get it. And it's like, back in the day, you know, OG influencer, in my opinion, Nicole Renee Cutler. She no longer is on YouTube that I see. I loved her. Everything I learned. I know I've talked about her before. Everything I learned, for the most part, about makeup is from Nicole Cutler. She was just this cute girl that I started watching her stuff. She's younger than me, and I really liked her style. I loved her videos. I loved her recommendations, and pretty much every recommendation she had, I got. Or I always sought her opinion out on things. Never failed me wrong. Similar skin tone, stuff like that. So, like, I had a relationship with her, right? Like, I trusted her. Raw Beauty Christie, I trusted her. Alana Rana, or Alana Davidson, Bailey Sarian, who else? Jamie Page Beauty. Who else do I watch a lot that are like big names that I've watched for a long time? You know, I was established with them, and I knew them, and I trusted them. And with TikTok, I don't know who these people are. You know, they've got hundreds of thousands of millions of followers, maybe. I like their aesthetic, I like their vibe, and maybe I've watched a couple of things, but we're talking minutes of content, not the hours that I used to watch on YouTube. So, like, that's the difference, right? Like, I don't know these people, yet I'm taking them at their word that this is right, this is the best, this is what I need. And, like, who are they? I don't know. Maybe I follow some of them on Insta. Maybe some of them do have YouTubes. Melissa Alatorre. I found her on TikTok, and I do follow her on YouTube now, and I am obsessed with her. She says lovingly in a parasocial way. Her content is amazing. I used one of her tutorials, like a flawless base. It's how I do my base now for the most part, and I feel like my base always looks flawless because of her, right? So again, like, I feel like there's a part of time that you spend with these people that make them trustworthy, that make it to where you trust them, and when they tell you something, you believe them. And on TikTok, I just don't see that yet. We're adopting all of the things that they do. It's just weird to me. There's no like ending to this. It's just something I've been observing and thinking about and wondering about. And am I going to delete TikTok and just live my life? Probably not. I will continue to live my life and adapt things how I need them to be adapted, and hopefully become a better person and get recommendations and stuff like that. Like, I don't know. It's just something that's been on my mind. And I'm curious as to know what your thoughts are on this. Have you kind of like, are you all in on TikTok and other social media and what other people recommend regardless of who those other people are? Or are you like a stickler and you're just like, I don't know this person, so why would I do what they're doing? Sometimes I feel like that's what I need to adopt. I don't know these people. Why is this something that I should believe, right? I don't know. As a librarian, I feel very conflicted about my critical thinking skills not being used more in these instances, and I think part of it is because I'm not trying to think critically about morning routines or nighttime routines or, you know, how to do the best overnight curls. And I do look into things. I'm not just blindly accepting everything that I see, because I do look into things, especially if people are talking about the science behind something, or, you know, this person from this book. Like, I'll look into it sometimes, not always. But, like, if it intrigues me enough to want to know more behind it, I do look into it. But I also, social media is an escape, right? I'm just trying to disassociate from the shit show that this world is. And sometimes I don't care what is being said. Sometimes I wonder, I'm just like, that can't be real, right? That can't be real. That's suspicious. That's too good to be true. Or, like, I would like to know the science behind what this person is saying. But for the most part, I'm just trying to watch silly little videos with my short attention span, get ideas for, you know, things. I will say it has helped me in a lot of ways, in that I found a interior designer on TikTok, and which led me to Pinterest, her Pinterest page, and she had these like diagrams for like how to style bedrooms. If your bedroom is oriented like this, and you have this, and this is where your bed is, and my bedroom is my favorite room because it's intentionally designed, right? Like, we painted it. I got curtains, and I got matching like lamps and mirrors. Like, it's so cute. I love it. And it's very intentional. And this person taught me how to do that. Very grateful. You know, I found other ideas through TikTok for how to decorate things or things like that. So I'm not saying like it's a soulless void of people just selling us stuff. Again, I just keep going back to the proliferation of it into people's lives and how we're doing things, and how it's changing the way that we're interacting with people and consumerism and stuff like that. I'm going in with the Colored Pop Troublemaker today because I'm feeling a little grungy. So yeah, and I think consumerism is a big part of it, right? Like, TikTok Shop. Oh my god, I freaking hate TikTok Shop. I just think it's just another way to buy things. And I understand influencers use social media as a source of income, so they're doing whatever they need to make an income. But I just feel like it's just one more place to buy shit, right? When you know, it's probably already on Amazon. The things that they're selling, I'm just like, these aren't like small business stuff. Like, someone was like, this is the Colored Pop Troublemaker on TikTok Shop. And it's like, that's just ColourPop. Like, you can just go to ColourPop, you know? And I don't know if you would pay less, but you would definitely, like, cut a middleman out. Like, that's all it is. It's just a middleman. We already do that on Amazon. Anyways, I don't really know. Again, it's just been on my mind. I've just been thinking about it. And it's, I don't know, I'm trying to, but, and again, very helpful in a lot of ways, because I'm trying to like plan ahead for 2024. We're getting close to the end of this year, and I want to get like my financial house in order, right? And so I'm following some like finance babes that are teaching me how to budget and how to save and how to invest and stuff like that. I could read a book. You're right. I could read a book about this, or I could do my own research. But these are perfectly packaged little videos about building a budget, about XYZ, how to get out of debt, blah, 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 blah. And it's like curated content, exactly what I want and need, what TikTok is. So again, I'm not saying that TikTok is all bad. I'm not saying that social media is taking over our lives. Social media is taking over our lives. I am saying that. But I'm just saying, the way we're interacting and how we're interacting, who we're trusting, why we're trusting them, is so different from like the YouTube of yesteryears with those relationships. I think it really, for me, a lot of it does come down to these parasocial relationships. That's exactly what they are. But like, you know, you watch a content creator for long enough, you feel like you know them. And that level of trust you have in somebody helps you believe them when they're selling you stuff or recommending stuff. You're like, yeah, you've never steered me wrong before. And I actually talk about that all the time with my students when we're talking about reliable and credible sources. You know, try to make it relevant. And I say, you know, what makes a source reliable and credible? And, you know, usually they say they're reputable, you know them, or you're familiar, their name is reputable. And so then I ask about influencers, and I say, what about influencers? Like, no, you can't trust influencers. I was like, why not? And they're like, because you never know if their stuff is sponsored. And if it's sponsored, how can you believe them if they're being paid for it? And I was like, I love that. That's critical thinking. Thank you for bringing that up. I said, but what if you have followed an influencer from day one? And they don't really understand that, and so I have to explain to them, like, and like, they do, but I was just like, you know, I do a lot of makeup. I like makeup. And there's people that I have followed for years, and I trust them. And so when they recommend a product to me, regardless of if it's sponsored or not, like, I take it into consideration, and I say, I know this person. I know this person. I trust this person. So I'm okay buying this. They're a reliable and credible source to me. And they're like, oh, yeah, that makes sense. You know, I said, it's completely one-sided. I don't know them. I know what they show me. And I don't know this person. They don't know me. So there is no relationship. But I have created trust with them. They have created trust with me. And that now creates a reliable and credible source to me. You know what I mean? I can't tell you to go watch, you know, to go buy this because somebody on YouTube told me to. You know, that you shouldn't trust it unless you trust me. Right? So like there's layers, there's levels of credibility, and I don't know. I went off on a tangent. But yeah. Anyways, I'm trying to make more informed decisions in my life, I guess. I love this palette, but like I do feel like something is missing, and I'm just not sure what at the moment. I feel like a level of brightness. I feel like it makes it a little bit pinker, but just need a little bit of brightness. I'm fine with grunge, but I'm just feeling dark. I think what it is I wish that shimmer that I put, that kind of is called Messy. Looks like that. I just wish it was more foiled, I think. Had a little bit more oomph. So just sandwiched it between that shimmer, that other shimmer. That's kind of like a Super Shock shadow. And that one was called Batty. So the colors I used Sus, Younger Self, Fry Night, Zero Fs, Messy, and Batty. I don't know if I said Batty. So I used a lot of colors to create this. I love this palette. I really wanted to use the Ghostface Lives, because I saw Laura Clark, again, another person that I trust on here, because I actually talked to Laura Clark on Instagram and everything, so I love her YouTube. I love her in-depth reviews and swatches and stuff, and she just did a look with the Ghostface Lives, and it was a gorgeous look. It was beautiful. It was stunning. I did not want to recreate it. I do, but not for today. But I did think about it. And I was like, maybe I'll pull that one out again. I love that palette. But I also love this Troublemaker palette. Okay. We're going to wrap this up. I'm going to do liner, mascara, brows. I'm just going to zip through those. I'm done talking. I don't know what else can be said at this moment. I don't know if I made my point. I don't know if there was a point to be made. But again, that's just what I've been thinking about. All right, almost done. I'm going to get dressed and I'll come back to take my hair out and we can look at that together. Very excited for that. My little beauty marks in. Got pimples? Just make them beauty marks. All right, this is the look. I really like it. Very simple. Nothing crazy. Took a long time to do because I was pretty chatty. I'm going to do one more little layer. But try not to get my eye makeup because that's what makes your mascara soft and transfer, even though it transfers anyway on me. I'm doing this like setting spray before, during, after, which is supposed to help with your makeup's longevity. I don't really have a hard time with my makeup's longevity. Like, usually pretty okay with it, but I just thought it would be fun to try. Saw it on TikTok. Who's surprised? Okay, I'm just straightening up. But I will be back once I'm all finished, put together, dressed, and we will do hair and lipstick. So I will be right back. And I'm back. Super basic, no groundbreaking outfits here, but let's take this hair out and see what we're working with. I hope it's good. And the key, honestly, the key to these is, starting with the wrap for sure, but once you've unwrapped it, like, you really have to put your head upside down and flip your hair. I think that is the #1 key to having great hair after this. You have to flip your head. So that's what we're working with. Pull it out here. All right. It's major head flipping going on. Hopefully that didn't look too dumb. But see, we get so I love it. Don't get me wrong, I love it. I definitely tied these ones much tighter, so the curl is much curlier. When I did it the other day, I don't think I wrapped it quite as hard, but I also put mousse in my hair this time just to see if it would help. I think it did. I'm gonna throw some texture spray in. Got my OGX texture spray and the Chi hairspray. All right, I don't hide it. It's big, it'll fall throughout the day. We know this, we know this. She voluminous. And then I'm gonna go in with this Rose Ink Poised lipstick. I might change my glasses too. These ones are a little heavy, but that's it. That's the look. And got a necklace, got my rings, little earrings. I am accessorized and styled and ready to go to work. Thanks for joining me today. Thanks for following me through on this journey of influencing and TikTok and thoughts like that. Hopefully it wasn't too much. Let me know if you feel the same. Like, are you feeling the same sort of, I think, unease with it all? I think that's kind of what I'm feeling. Unease, lack of individuality. I don't know. Call it an existential crisis. I'm not quite at my midlife crisis yet, but I'm too old for a quarter life crisis. So I think I just need, just need to reevaluate some of my habits, and not what I'm copying from TikTok, but like how much time I am spending on it and everything. Maybe that's all that it is. Maybe I'm just spending too much time watching other people's lives and I just need to figure out my own. So, I mean, it's pretty profound. So, anyways, if you haven't already, like this video, leave a comment with your thoughts on my rant, and subscribe to my channel. And also, you can find me on Instagram, like I said earlier, same username, BeautyBrarian. I would love to see you there. And until next time, I hope you have a wonderful, fantastic, amazing day.